The real president is whoever controls the teleprompter.
How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos both destroying not only Joe Biden, but the entire Biden administration. Now, there's a lot going on in the country as far as inflation and all types of other concerns that people are worried about, not just regular everyday normies like you and I, but I'm talking about some of these super rich guys. They're worried about it too. And they're taking action to try and stop it. And they're also taking action to try and stop other things like online censorship and whatnot. Now, Elon Musk is at the center of it because of the whole Twitter acquisition. As of right now, that's kind of held up because they're trying to figure out just how many bots there are on Twitter. Twitter says at least 95% of the accounts are legitimate people. I don't know about that. I think there's probably a lot more bot accounts than that. But that number, the 95% or whatever it is going to determine the actual final selling price of Twitter. So right now, that's kind of held up. But I think eventually that will go through. But we're still trying to figure out some of the ins and outs and ins. But Elon Musk is like, hey, man, I don't like what's going on. For the very first time, I'm going to vote Republican. And we have video. All of these videos I'm going to play will always be in the description if you want to see it without my commentary, and if you want to share it, and if you want to prove to somebody that this is legitimate video and I did not doctor it or make it up. Here's some video right here. I'm not sure what this is from exactly, some kind of conference. Shout out to Benny for reposting it. His caption says, Elon Musk says he will vote Republican for the first time ever after absolutely savaging Joe Brandon in brutal roast. Let's check it out. The reality is that Twitter at this point, has a very far left bias, and I would class myself as a moderate, and neither Republican nor Democrat. And in fact, I have voted overwhelmingly for Democrats historically, overwhelmingly. Like I'm not sure. I might never have voted for a Republican, just to be clear.
Right.
Now this election, I would.
Well,
I'm not sure who these guys are. Maybe you guys in the comments can educate me about that. I'm not sure why this guy over here is getting consoled and whatnot. So I don't know the backstory behind that. And one thing about these videos, there's a bunch of laughing and stuff. It's just kind of strange the way that this whole thing is presented. I don't really know what's going on. I'm just listening to Elon Musk and what he's saying.
David, you okay? Keep going. He's fine. We're going to resuscitate him. We're going to resuscitate David Sachs. I mean, let me ask you a personal
question. The point I'm trying to make is that this is not some sort of attempt to, it's not some right-wing takeover, as say people on the left may fear, but rather a moderate-wing takeover, and an attempt to ensure that people of all political beliefs feel welcome on a digital town square, and they can express their beliefs without fear of being banned or shadow banned. And that we obviously need to get rid of the bots and scams and trolls and people that are operating huge bot armies in an attempt to unduly influence the public opinion.
There you go. I say that's 100% correct, because the bot armies, that's a real thing, especially talking about China and other foreign countries, but definitely China, number one. I mean, some of the bot stuff I've seen on there, repetitive statements, verbatim statements from random accounts that have next to no followers. You see thousands of them, thousands upon thousands of them. It's like they run computer scripts to create these accounts and to make them say the exact same thing over and over again, right? That's definitely a problem on Twitter. So here's some more. And again, shout out to Benny for the repost. He says, Elon Musk hilariously roasts Biden for 60 straight seconds of pure savagery. And quote, it's hard to tell what Biden's doing, to be frank. The real president is whoever controls the teleprompter. Let's see that full statement in context.
But it's not as if Biden has flipped the script and said, okay, we're going to go 180 degrees in the other direction. He's kind of kept it the same. which has been really surprising, actually.
Man, it's hard to tell what Biden's doing, to be totally frank. I feel like
it's weekend at Bernie's.
The real president is whoever controls the teleprompter. It's like the path to power is the path to the teleprompter. Because then he just reads the teleprompter. So I do feel like if somebody would accidentally lean on the teleprompter, it's going to be like Anchorman. It's going to be like QQQ ASDF 123 type of thing.
I mean, in fairness to Biden, he hasn't been napping as much as he needs to, but
it's hard to say
hard job.
These sort of things that are getting done. This administration it doesn't seem to get a lot.
Yeah, and I agree with the whole teleprompter thing. He'll pretty much read anything that's on there, and the basis of this statement, the core of it is whoever controls the teleprompter controls him. Whoever is controlling what is said, they are the president. They are the ones that actually run the country, because Biden's not in control. As we can all see, he's not in control. Whatever they tell him to do, wherever they tell him to go, he's going to say whatever they say. He's going to go wherever they say go. If they tell him to jump, he's going to say how high. If he's able to jump, he will jump at the height that they tell him to jump. That's what's going on. That's why they wanted him to win. That's why they don't like guys like Trump. Not necessarily because of the ideology. Your particular ideology is not really important as long as you'll just keep all that stuff in the background and obey them. You obey them. You are a servant of them, not us, which is what you should be. If you are elected to be the president, you should serve your constituents, which means people like myself, American citizens. And if you're an American citizen watching this video, he should be serving you. He shouldn't be serving these corporations or random other people that he actually is serving right now. Okay? We got the baby formula shortage and a bunch of other things going on. Inflation, gas is going through the roof. Home prices are going through the roof. Food prices going through the roof. And we're sitting here like, hey, man, we're hungry. We don't have any gas. We need houses. It's like, all right, man, whatever. I got my people over here I got to serve. I'm not really worried about y'all. That's what's going on right now. Okay, this is why a lot of people don't like the Brandon administration, including Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos. And speak of the devil, well, I don't want to call him the devil. I'm not that kind of person. But Jeff Bezos has this tweet, and then, it's a response to a tweet from the Biden administration. So here's the tweet. The original one says, you want to bring down inflation? Let's make sure the wealthiest corporations pay their fair share. That's what Joe Biden put out on his official Twitter. And again, he's not the one in control of that. So whoever is in control, whoever's controlling the teleprompter, they put it out. The people that actually run the government, they put that out there. Basically attacking companies like Tesla and Amazon, which is what Jeff Bezos controls. Amazon, that is, not Tesla. His response is the newly created disinformation board should review this tweet, or maybe they need to form a new non-sequitur board instead. Raising corporate taxes is fine to discuss. Taming inflation is critical to discuss. Mushing them together is just misdirection. Yeah, exactly. When you are raising corporate taxes, you're not going to actually squash inflation. All you're going to do is just rob somebody. That's all. Because what's going to happen is if the cost of doing business rises for any company, regardless of how big or small, they're just going to raise prices to compensate. So that's going to further inflation. It's not going to actually solve it. So let's see some more here. And now here's another response from the administration, I guess, to the tweet we just read from Jeff Bezos. And there's a quote, it doesn't require a huge leap to figure out why one of the wealthiest individuals on earth opposes an economic agenda for the middle class that cuts some of the biggest costs families face, fights inflation for the long haul, and adds to the historic deficit reduction the president is achieving by asking the richest taxpayers and corporations to pay their fair share. It is also unsurprising that this tweet comes after the president met with labor organizers, including Amazon employees. So they're talking about Jeff Bezos. They're talking about this tweet saying, well, we could talk about raising the corporate taxes, but let's not act like raising corporate taxes and reducing inflation is the same thing. That's not the same thing at all. These are separate issues altogether, and they should be discussed as such. But they didn't like what he said, so they went to fight back. And then Bezos responds again. Look, a squirrel. This is the White House's statement about my recent tweets. They understandably want to muddy the topic. They know inflation hurts the neediest the most. But unions aren't causing inflation, and neither are wealthy people. Remember, the administration tried their best to add another $3.5 trillion to federal spending. That's the Build Back Better plan, which did not go through, if I'm not mistaken. They failed, but if they had succeeded, inflation would be even higher than it is today, and inflation is at a 40-year high. Exactly. Jeff Bezos knows what's going on. Elon Musk knows what's going on. The president does not know what's going on. The administration does not know what's going on. They think that they know better than those who are actually able to go out there and get money, not by putting the pistols to somebody's head and robbing them through income taxes. The administration think they know better than the private sector how to make money. They don't. All the government knows how to do is rob money from you and spend it on who knows what. Waste it, really. Burn it, really. They spend money on the most ridiculous things. Why? Because they don't really care. It's not their money. They didn't have to actually go out there and work for it. It's not theirs. They took it from us by gunpoint. So it's whatever. If we spend or waste a few $1 billion, it's whatever. Yeah, I know the American people suffer, but it's fine because we didn't actually raise the money. We just robbed it. It's like robbing the bank and you're in a getaway car and some of the bills fly out of the vehicle. You're not really worried about that because it's not your money to begin with. But as I close, I want to say this. Shout out to Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos. Regardless of what you think about them, you might not be 100% fans of theirs. I understand. I get it. But if you're going to trust one of two entities or people, whatever you want to call it, with the ability to make money and keep it, who would it be? Would it be Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, the private sector, or the federal government? The answer should be pretty clear. It shouldn't even be a second guess in your mind. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? How do you feel about what Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos said as it relates to the Biden administration and things that they got going on with inflation and not really caring what their constituents think, not really caring how their constituents are going to be able to eat, how they're going to save money, how they're going to spend money? Whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I'm at. I say if you're in private sector and you're successful, I'm going to pay attention to what you have to say rather than the federales, because obviously you know better how to get money, how to make money than the alternative. It's really simple, but whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.